November 14th, 2022, the USGS registers an anomalous seismic event beneath the Ross Ice Shelf, Antarctica. No earthquake, no volcanic activity, no ice calving. Within 4 minutes, Space Force tracking stations at 3 Southern Hemisphere installations locked onto an unidentified object in polar orbit. No propulsion, no exhaust, no registered origin. This is not a hypothesis. This is documented, logged, filed under classification protocols that have not been publicly acknowledged. What no one has told you is what triggered it. Beneath 2.3 kilometers of Antarctic ice lies a structure geology cannot explain and archaeology refuses to acknowledge. For the first time in millennia, it activated. Not an explosion, not a geological event, a transmission, sent on a frequency that no human technology currently produces. Scientists who study the waveform describe it in one word: structured. A structured signal from a buried pre-human structure received by a craft in polar orbit. Not a coincidence, a conversation. And something answered back. Within 72 hours, the Antarctic Treaty Secretariat convened an emergency closed session. No agenda published, no minutes released. Unprecedented, subsurface, activation, event. They called it an activation event, not an anomaly, not a malfunction, an activation. They already knew it was capable. They knew it had been dormant. Mount Hermon, Lebanon-Syria border. In the oldest records, the place where they came down. The Watchers, 200, bound by oath. 200 Watchers, 2 leaders, Semyaza, who commanded the descent, and Azazel, who carried the knowledge that changed everything. Metalworking, weapons, given to a species unprepared.
Archaeology calls it the Neolithic Revolution. A sudden explosion of technology, appearing across cultures with no contact. It simply arrived.
Göbekli Tepe, 11,000 years old. No pottery. Göbekli Tepe's enclosures produce acoustic standing waves. The stones were not placed for worship, they were placed for residence, for function. 110 hertz, 4 continents, no known contact. Not coincidence. Identical frequencies across isolated structures. A shared design specification. One blueprint. One blueprint. One network. One set of architects.
Sumerians call them the Anunnaki. The Book of Enoch calls them the Watchers. 2 traditions, one identical account. Beings descending and beginning to build.
Different eras, different worlds, identical figures. The Watchers did not come to be worshipped. They came to build. The knowledge transfer was not education, it was workforce training. 0.5 millimeter, 800 tons, specification.
A planetary machine, tuned to identical frequencies. Then it stopped, went dark, until November 14th, 2022.
November 14th, 2022. Mars, the Cydonia region. What NASA's imaging data reveals here has never been explained and has been actively suppressed. 1976, clear. 2001, obscured. The DNM pyramid, 5-sided, symmetrical, angles match pi and root 2, beyond geology. Brandenburg, Lawrence Livermore, thermonuclear detonation.
Branburn's conclusion: Mars suffered a civilization-ending nuclear event, not natural. The isotopic signature requires artificial origin. Something detonated. Nothing survived.
1984, CIA Stargate, 1 million years back. The operative describes Mars.
I see them.
Pyramids, civilization in crisis, beings, not human, who knew their world was ending. Looking for a place to go. Declassified. The asteroid belt. Standard geology. A failed planet. Peer-reviewed analysis disagrees. The debris matches a planet that was destroyed, not natural origin. A destroyed world, Rahab.
Rahab's destruction was civilization ending. Mars took a direct hit. Atmosphere stripped. Nothing survived.
Tiamat, Rahab, one event. The mystery schools share one obsession. Not enlightenment, not power, recovery of lost knowledge from a specific location. Every mystery tradition pointing at Mars. The origin. Musk's obsession with Mars is not new. The drive to return runs through every mystery tradition for 5,000 years. The question is not whether we go back. The question is, who directs the impulse, and why now? Since 2014, classified LiDAR surveys over every major megalithic site. Not by archaeologists, by military contractors. 9-figure budget, 4 sites, 1 redacted client. 2016, unknown voids detected inside the Great Pyramid. Data transferred to government partners. Publication delayed 14 months. Not unknown, unclassified. Someone already knew.
The anomalies beneath Giza don't behave like geology. They behave like a circuit. 3 nodes, drawing current from bedrock.
11.75 hertz. Giza, Antarctica. McMurdo draws 4.3 megawatts. Budget says 1.8. No explanation. 2.5 megawatts. Unaccounted. Running since 2004. Antarctica.
These visits were not diplomatic. All who made that journey had one thing in common: access to information unknown in public records. An Aldrin tweet from Antarctica.
It is evil itself, deleted.
Not diplomatic. Not scientific. Every visitor shared one thing: access to information outside any public record.
Above the coordinates, exactly. Baalbek. Anomalous electromagnetic readings from within the foundation stones. Not the surface, within the stone. The grid is waking.
3 nodes active, pulsing at identical frequency. The maintenance crew spent decades studying the machine. What they missed, it was already restarting itself.
It was already restarting itself. Tal El Hammam, Jordan. A civilization of 50,000 people erased in seconds. The heat layer is still in the soil. 1 layer, 1 moment, 50,000 gone. Lovelock Cave, giants, real. The remains disappeared. The records were sealed. The Book of Enoch is forensic. When food ran out, the Nephilim turned on each other. Fratricidal war. Gilgamesh, divine, documented. 12 skeletons. The find vanished. Never published. Pattern established. The Book of Enoch states it plainly. The bodies died. The spirits did not. Disembodied. Active. Present. USS Nimitz, 2004. Nothing known. Malmstrom, 1967. 10 missiles disabled. Declassified. In sequence, control, not random interference. They have not left. The UAP phenomenon is not visitation. Permanent, continuous presence since before recorded history.
YES, we have recovered non-human biologics.
The signal didn't reach deep space. It was received here by something already in our atmosphere. Waiting. Two presences, high orbit, different geometries, different origins. Neither is here for the first time. Same signal received, opposite responses, incompatible agendas. Rendlesham Forest, December 1980. A craft lands inside a NATO nuclear weapons perimeter. Personnel approach it. It allows them to. Official USAF memo. Filed. Suppressed for 30 years. Minot AFB, 1968. A UAP above nuclear storage. Missiles activate, then stand down. Not an accident. Awareness of launch architecture. This faction understands completely. The grid's subterranean infrastructure extends kilometers below the surface. The cavern systems are not empty. They have never been empty. Non-geological, recurring. The NSA cannot explain them. The Antarctic activation shifted both factions. Neither expected it. Both are now repositioning. The grid has its own agenda. Both converging. Same coordinates, Antarctica. At full capacity, the grid was visible. Sound made matter. Frequency made structure. This was Earth's normal condition. The frequency designed the architecture, not the reverse. This war did not end. It paused. Humanity was built in the middle of it, and the pause is ending. They are arriving together, at the source, now. The grid isn't waiting. The Antarctic activation wasn't the beginning, it was the confirmation. The reawakening is underway. The Ethiopian church kept it for centuries. Every other tradition banned it. The reason is not theological, it's what it contains. All that is hidden, revealed, in the final days. 363 AD, Council of Laodicea. The Book of Enoch excluded from the biblical canon. Only the decision. Dead Sea Scrolls confirm it. Enoch was scripture. Watchers, knowledge transfer, hybrid offspring, the binding, every element in one text. Before Giza, hidden things of heaven, made known, a schedule. Washington, D.C., 2023 to 2026. Congressional testimony, non-human biologics, timing remains. Burchett, extraterrestrials have visited Earth.
Burchett confirmed. Government officials acknowledge these beings exist. They traveled on craft not of this world. Made direct contact with humans. The Book of Enoch calls it the descent of the Watchers.
2,000 years apart, two records finally converging. The grid isn't reactivating outward. Every node responding simultaneously. A boot sequence. The system is initializing. The grid maps a constellation, copied from home. The world before the flood. Grid operational. Architects present. Humanity at the center of infrastructure we don't understand. Secrets of the angels revealed. We are that generation. The factions are not fighting. They are negotiating. Above the grid, in low orbit, the pause in an ancient conflict, formally ending. It is descending, slowly, deliberately, to be seen.
Enoch wasn't excluded because it was wrong. It was excluded because it's a timeline. We're living inside the final entries.
Who are we, actually? We didn't evolve here undisturbed. Every anomaly, one conclusion. We were made, shaped, for a purpose not yet disclosed. The architecture and the biology, same design, same hand. Antarctica is not a node, it's the origin. Master control for the grid. Since the flood, it is open.
What happens next isn't determined by governments or factions. It depends on whether humanity asks the question it's been avoiding.
The signal passed orbit. It was received. traveling toward us since Antarctica activated. The original architects, almost here.